Hi there, and welcome to the Sunday special World Meditation, Reiki meditation for world peace, focusing today on honoring the cycle of life during COVID-19 and other times in our lives as well. But we're here right now in this pandemic. It is Sunday, May the 17th. All are welcome to this Reiki Circle meditation, Sunday World Peace meditation, including Reiki practitioners, energy workers, light workers, people of different faith traditions, and those in need at this time. So I would like to welcome you to the YouTube Live, which will be live and then on playback on Facebook on my own personal page. And my name is Tracy Lynn. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, or the Herbal Luminosity page. So as I just said, my name is Tracy Lynn. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher and a body worker. Currently, we are shelter in place still. During COVID-19, and I was guided to do a series of Reiki meditations open for all to give us some kind of comfort and support and guidance at this time through my particular guidance as well, and through my experience with this spiritual practice and meditation and circles and healing. So that is a little bit about myself. If you don't know, Reiki is a kind of spiritual practice that involves healing and meditation at the same time. Usually it involves in-person Reiki classes and attunements with a Reiki teacher, such as myself. You can do it distance, but that's a little bit of a different story. But you, pre-COVID, let's just say, you would do it in person. You would do Reiki sessions in person. But at this time, we're doing things at a distance. And so we're very fortunate to have YouTube and Facebook right now. So hopefully this gets to you at this time. So that's a little bit about myself, and then a little bit about Reiki, kind of energy healing. And now a little bit about the Sunday World Peace series. So as I said, I was guided to give these series of meditations online, live especially, so you can participate at home live, or you can participate on playback, or you can share it with others who are in need at this time. And so I do it Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday at noon. And then on Sundays are the World Peace series. So specifically the World Peace series, I started by being very inspired and always following the United Nations and the World Health Organizations. And on March 24th of this year, 2020, a year we'll never forget, right? The United Nations put out a world peace, a wartime ceasefire moratorium. So countries of the world could put their money for wartime, which is millions, billions, and trillions of dollars, and direct it towards the people that are suffering with COVID-19 in various forms, including economic support, and to use diplomacy instead. So that was the beginning of the World Peace Sunday series, and you can go back and look at the YouTube channels on the different, they're all uploaded. You can go back and look at the different themes. So that was the first theme, the ceasefire, directing the millions, billions, and trillions of dollars used for wartime and direct it towards COVID-19 and humanity, basically. So then after that, the second pandemic would be hunger. And so again, using those funds and directing it towards people, because as we know, a lot of businesses and things have shut down. We have lost our jobs. I know this particular thing, of course. And so hunger actually is a second pandemic. So we've got the ceasefire, the hunger, and then due to the losses that we have had with the virus, compassion. Compassion for those we have lost, those who are physically distanced when they're sick, away from those who they care about, and afterwards if they have transition. So compassion for them, compassion for their families, and spiritual support. Then today, and spiritual renewal was another one too. Now today's message, which I will talk about in just a minute, is honoring the life cycle. So how this meditation works and how Reiki works in particular, and a lot of spiritual practices, is we're going to work on ourselves first. So we work on ourselves, and we bring in our own spiritual guidance. I will bring in Reiki masters and my guides, and then you who are watching, bring in your particular spiritual assistance that's available for you at any time, really. But it's good to get acquainted with it in the regular spiritual practice, such as this meditation series. So we're going to call on the guides, do a prayer, then do a grounding in the sacred earth energy, honoring the life cycle that the earth shows us as well. Then we'll be doing the Reiki self-treatment. And this actually is the longest part of the meditation and healing. As I said, Reiki is a meditation and healing. It's the longest part. So it's really good to do healing on ourselves. We're physically distanced from others in a lot of cases, especially not doing any kind of body work, which I know the importance of. So we're working on ourselves, and I will guide you with this. Whether or not you have the Reiki experience, it's a very simple meditation, very healing. You will notice a difference afterwards. I certainly do. That's why I'm doing the guidance for you. Then I'll be sending you, who are watching live or on playback, a healing. So it is a mini healing. You just have to be open to receiving this healing energy that's safe and protected. And then as a group, now this is where the circle comes in, and it's collective. We will be sending spiritual assistance, healing, not a replacement for medical care, but spiritual assistance and healing, sending it to the global community in COVID-19. Those who are suffering severe symptoms with the virus, perhaps transitioning, to give them some kind of assistance for the cycle of life, whether or not they recover from this particular virus. We do know many people do recover from the virus, but many are also transitioning at this time. So some kind of healing we'll be sending. Then finally, for the global community, we'll be sending in the circle healing for the cycle of life, for the global community during this pandemic. And that is in many ways life-death transition, but also more metaphorically for all of our lives that have changed, things that we enjoyed doing before that have changed, employment, that kind of thing, perhaps schooling or education, all the different cycles of life. So we will be sending Reiki as a group then. Okay, so that's a little bit about what's going to happen. This whole meditation is an hour. You will be seated in a seated position with your feet flat on the floor, or you can be watching this and lying down. As a lot of people said, this is very relaxing for them. So that's a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. So now for the Sunday message, which I said is the cycle of life. And interesting enough, this week, I opened up a book, and it's a wonderful book. It's Mark Nepo, The Book of Awakening. And I happened to open it up to, he has a series of spiritual kind of assistance in a kind of calendar form. I opened it up to May 1st, so the date is different. Today is May 15th. Actually, I'm not sure what the date is. I know it's Sunday, but I'm not sure of the date. But the particular little essay, and it's a form of essays or reflections to think about, is about burying and planting, which really is the cycle of life. And it starts off with there is very little difference between burying and planting. And this is in the metaphoric sense, I'm going to say. For often we need to put dead things to rest so new life can grow. And further, the thing put to rest, whether it be a loved one, a dream, or a false way of seeing, becomes the fertilizer for the life about to form. As the well-used thing joins with the earth, the old love fertilizes the new. The broken dream fertilizes the dream yet conceived. The painful way of being strapped to the world fertilizes the freer inner stance about to unfold. And then I skip down a little further. There is always grief for what is lost, and always surprise about what is to be born. But much of our pain in living comes from wearing a dead and useless skin. But much of our pain in living comes from wearing a dead and useless skin, refusing to put it to rest, or from burying such things with the intent of hiding them rather than relinquishing them. And then further, we live, embrace, and put to rest our dearest things, including how we see ourselves, so we can resurrect our lives anew. So on reading this really, I don't want to feel non-compassionate for people that we have lost. It is really more for metaphoric parts of our lives, things that are lost and change at this time. However, for people that we have lost close to us during this time of this pandemic, I feel like, and for the metaphoric, it is important to do a kind of healing ceremony, a kind of healing ritual, because we couldn't engage in that because we're physically distanced. But it's very good to do this with spiritual assistance, to do it for ourselves so we don't have a kind of trauma afterwards from not honoring the life cycle, from not giving reverence to something that has passed on, for thanking it, and whether it be some element of our life or honoring one of our loved ones. It's very important to have these kind of ceremonies so we have less trauma later, so we can deal with the cycle of life now by not ignoring, avoiding it, or being in denial, but as a way to continue with our life, to have inner peace for ourselves, for those closest to us, and for the global community. So that's how honoring the cycle of life this week really contributes to world peace, inner peace, which is also reflected in an outer peace. So that's how the healing works. Inner to outer, outer to inner, and is exchanged. So that's the message for today. So now you're going to bring your hands to the heart position. And we're going to be thinking about honoring the cycle of life, bringing in spiritual assistance to honor the cycle of life. We're going to I'll call in the Reiki masters, the guides. You call in your own spiritual assistance that you have access to at all times. Bring it into this collected, spiritual, protected space. Tripping up on my words. Calling in our guides for this special kind of ceremony meditation, world peace, to honor the cycle of life in our lives and those around us. So we'll call in our spiritual assistance. And then as we're doing this kind of prayer, you can bring in the spiritual energy, Reiki, golden healing light, comes into your body. You can visualize it. And I do close my eyes during part of this meditation because I'm doing the meditation. It helps me focus, but I'll guide you. So bring in that healing energy into your body, your physical body now. going to your heart space, flowing out through your arms, meeting at your palms in the prayer position. Then allow this energy to continue to the rest of your body as you're visualizing it. Reiki or golden healing light energy into your abdomen, your hips, your knees, and down to your feet on the floor, or if you're lying down, to your feet. And then you're going to extend this spiritual healing to the space around your body. So around the top of your head, around your head, around your shoulders, your abdomen, torso, hips and knees, and to your feet. And feel, if you can imagine that, as you do this spiritual practice, you become more aware of subtle energies. Feel the healing of the Reiki or the golden light, which surrounds you now. Okay, now we're going to do some grounding in the sacred earth. So extend a cord from the bottom of your spine. This cord extends from the bottom of your spine to the earth's surface and down below into the sacred earth, and attaches there. Attaches to the sacred earth energy. And then bring this sacred earth energy back through the grounding cord, up to the earth's surface, to where you're seated, the soles of your feet, your knees, your hips, to just under where your hands meet in the prayer position. And notice what that feels like, to be grounded and rooted into the sacred earth energy. And now mix the two energies. Okay, so now it's time to begin the self-healing treatment. And how this works is you put your hands up in these different positions around the body. Allow that healing energy to come in, to flow between the palms to your heart center, through your hands, through the palms of your hands. It makes a bit of a sandwich, and allow healing energy to come into your body in this place. Healing energy. Honoring your physical body at this time. And then as this healing energy begins to flow into your physical body, then move your hands to the top of your head. Allow the healing energy to enter into the top of your head now. Healing energy flows in, And then you move your hands down to the back of your head, the front of your mouth. Allow the healing energy to come in to the heart center, through the hands, and flow between the palms now. Healing energy flows now. And then adjust your hands again. Healing energy, golden light, flows into your physical body now, honoring the life in your physical body at this time of social distancing, for healing that you can do on yourself at this time. Healing flows now. Healing energy flows between your palms now. And then move your hands down to the heart position. Healing energy flows into your heart center now. Reiki or golden healing light, honoring the life in your physical body now. Honoring and healing your physical body now. As I explained earlier, it's not a replacement for medical care or treatment. It's a kind of spiritual healing. And notice the different sensations in your body as you do this practice. Daily or weekly, you notice different sensations. And then you go back to the healing meditation. So then bring your hands down further to your abdomen. The right hand on the right side, left on the left. Healing energy flows into this part of your body now. Sorry, I just need to adjust there. And please, always, when you're doing the meditation, listen to your body. Adjust as needed. Adjust and then allow the healing energy to flow again now. And then move your hands down to below the navel, your hands like this to below the navel. Healing energy flows in this part of your body now. Healing and honoring the life in your physical body now. And then move your hands to the top of your hips, right hand on the right side, left on the left. Allow the healing energy, Reiki or golden healing light energy, to flow into your body in this place now, honoring your body now, honoring the life in your body now. And then you're going to bend slightly forward. Bring your hands to behind your back with your palms on your middle back, right hand on the right side, left on the left. Allow the healing energy to flow in this part of your body now, honoring the life in your body, the cycle of life in your body now. And then move your hands down to the lower back. Allow the healing energy to flow in this part of your body, honoring your physical body now. Healing energy flows now. And then move your hands to the front of the body, your upper thighs again. Move down the front of the body, the back of the body. Now your hands come to rest on your upper thighs, right hand on the right side, left on the left. Allow the healing energy again to flow in this part of your body now. And then move your hands to your kneecaps. Right hand on the right side, left on the left. Healing energy flows into this area of your body, honoring your physical body now at this time. Healing energy flows now. And then move your hands down to your calves, your ankles, your feet, whatever is comfortable. Listen to your body. Allow the healing energy to flow in this part of your body now. Healing energy flows now. Reiki or golden healing light flows into this part of your body now. And then bring your hands back to the heart center. Notice what it's like for you to receive this healing light that involves your own self-healing. honoring your own life and honoring the life cycle in this meditation today. So now I'm going to be sending you Reiki. So you'll remain in the position that you were. Being comfortable, you can close your eyes or leave your eyes open. And now I'll be sending the healing energy through me, through my heart center, hands, arms, and out my hands, the palms of my hands, towards you who are watching live or on playback. For spiritual healing today, as I said, it's not a replacement for medical care or treatment, but used in assistance to. Healing flows to you now, honoring you in the life cycle today. Healing energy flows now. Healing energy flows to you now. You are open to receiving. This does go along with your permission for spiritual healing, honoring you in the life cycle today, in the cycle. Healing energy flows to you now. Healing energy flows to you at this time, now. Okay, and so then you're going to wiggle your toes, your hands, your body just a little bit. Open your eyes. We'll disconnect from this healing and notice how you feel now after receiving this mini treatment, if you were open to it today. Okay, so now this is how the circle works. So just as I sent you the healing, so we called in our guides, we did a prayer, we did it for ourselves, then you. Now we're going to be sending Reiki and healing spiritual energy for those closest to you, perhaps not physically at this time during COVID, honoring the life cycle in them, and welcome if you just joined. And then part of the healing circle will be sending collectively Reiki or the healing light energy to the global community and those with the COVID-19 virus and severe symptoms today, honoring the life cycle in those in the global community. And then the last part of the meditation will be sending global healing for the global community, honoring the life cycle from the metamorphic changes that are happening to life-death transitions in our protected space. Okay, so I'm going to be changing the camera now as we do this healing circle, and I will be guiding you on this world peace meditation. Okay, so then bring your hands out in front of you. Allow the healing Reiki at a distance or golden light to come into your body through your heart center, out your hands and arms. Excuse me, arms and hands, going towards those closest to you. Whether or not you're physically close, to send spiritual assistance and healing, honoring the life in them, in the life cycle, in the cycle of life today. Healing flows now. Reiki at a distance or golden healing light flows to those closest to you, perhaps not physically at this time, but to your closest relationships now. Healing light energy, Reiki energy flows to those closest to you. Now, for spiritual healing, honoring the cycle of life today in the lives of those closest to us in this collective healing circle now. Healing flows now. Healing energy flows now at a distance, or you're sending golden healing light to those relationships, to those closest to you at this challenging time, honoring the cycle of life, allowing healing in this meditation now. Healing flows to those closest to us, honoring the cycle of life in all aspects of our life, of those closest to us as in our relationships, for spiritual healing now. when you want to disconnect from this part of the healing, bring your hands back to the heart position from the healing meditation. Hands are at the heart position. Again, reconnect, reacquaint yourself with the sacred earth grounded energy. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Then again, bring your hands out in front of you. Allow the healing to come from the top of your head. Golden healing light energy to come through your body, to flow through the heart center out to your arms and hands. Or Reiki at a distance for those in the global community with this COVID-19 virus, for spiritual healing, not a replacement for medical treatment and care, but kind of spiritual healing, honoring the cycle of life now. Honoring the cycle of life in those with the COVID-19 virus globally and severe symptoms today. And during this meditation or this healing, if you have any sensations in your own body, go back to allowing the energy from above your head to flow into your body, to your heart center, through your arms and out your hands towards those in the global community at this time. Healing flows when they are physically distanced from others, those in the global community with this virus and severe symptoms, for spiritual assistance, honoring the life cycle, honoring transitions from the life cycle now. Healing flows to the global community, those with the COVID-19 virus and severe symptoms, perhaps transitioning, honoring the life cycle, the cycle of life, providing spiritual assistance now. Healing energy, Reiki or golden light energy flows now. Healing energy flows now. Healing energy of this collective meditation, either live or on playback, flows to those in the global community with severe symptoms from the COVID-19 virus for spiritual assistance, honoring the cycle of life now, easing transitions, life to death now, spiritual assistance for these transitions, and healing from this collective group flows now. And then disconnect from this part of the healing circle. Bring your hands back in the heart position. Become reacquainted again with your grounding into the sacred earth. I'm going to rest here a minute and take a couple of nice deep breaths. Noticing how you feel in your physical body now. And then bring your hands back out in front of you. Allow the healing energy to flow through you at your hands. For our last focus, the global community. During COVID-19, honoring the life cycle and all the transitions happening at this time. Reiki at a distance, or golden healing light flows to the global community at this time of pandemic, honoring the cycle of life, giving spiritual assistance and a kind of peace with this life cycle, honoring the transitions. In this time of change, flows now. Healing flows to those in, or all of us actually, in the global community, including in this healing collective circle now. As we extend out for the global community, offering spiritual assistance during this time of transition during this pandemic. Now, sending healing energy to the global community for collective healing, healing in a collective trauma currently in the global community, perhaps due to this pandemic, but honoring the cycle of life to heal that at this time. Healing energy flows now. Healing flows through us in this healing circle to the global community, honoring the cycle of life now, giving spiritual assistance and healing to the global community today. As you watch, as you participate with the circle live or on playback in the future, healing energy flows now. Healing energy flows to the global community, honoring the cycle of life, honoring transitions at this time with the help of this healing circle collectively. Healing energy flows now. Reiki at a distance, or golden healing light from this circle, this healing circle flows to the global community now. Healing flows to the global community to help relieve stress and trauma from the cycles of life that are transitioning at this time. Healing energy flows now. Healing energy flows now. And then you want to disconnect from this last part of the world peace meditation healing. Bring your hands back to the heart position. Become reacquainted again with the grounded, spiritual, sacred earth energy. And I want to thank you for participating in this healing circle today, for honoring the cycle of life. Feel this kind of meditation helps ourselves, those closest to us, and the global community in this time of transition, creating kind of inner peace and outer peace in the world to avoid stress and trauma from these transitions that are happening. So please like and share this meditation and join me on the Tracy Lynn Reiki channel for World Peace on Sundays. And Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we'll see if that's going to be on Facebook. And leave your comments about the meditation too. I'd like to hear how it feels for you. And thank you so much.